Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Total Transformation Secrets. I can't believe it. It's May, and May is dedicated to hormones and weight loss. So, meet my new hero image for May. I hope you think she's fabulous. I think she's fabulous. The Blue Phoenix. So, all month long, we're talking about uh, from hormonal havoc to mastery in motion. This is your Phoenix month. And I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary. I'll introduce myself a little better later, but we got a lot to do today. So we want to get a lot done in a little bit of time. So this is your hormonal reset, metabolic mastery, and rising stronger after 40. What if weight loss wasn't a failure or your fault, but it was a signal? What if your fatigue wasn't weakness, but a summons? We're digging into it today. So this is webinar 20, I can hardly believe it. And our topic today is mindset and motivation in the hormone shift years. Get it, Tony? Shift. By the end of this session, you will discover why your motivation and energy may feel different after 40 and why it's not your fault. But let me take a sec. I might have to. Do I have to spotlight myself? I think I do. There we go. All right. So everything changes after 40, doesn't it? How stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline create a hormonal traffic jam with insulin and thyroid, and the truth about willpower versus habit loops and how to shift them with ease. And we're going to begin your Phoenix month by mastering your mindset, not just managing it. One more little change here. All right. I think we can take the open road now. I think. All right, let's jump right into secret number one. Your hormones aren't just messing with your waistline, they're shaping your mood too. So, and we've said it before, everything is connected. Your mind, your body, your spirit, all connected. And inside your body, your thoughts, your hormones, your uh, metabolism, all connected. So we're going to dig deep into that this month of May with the 5 M's. So here's some key information for secret number one. Estrogen, key hormone we're talking about for women over 40, right? Estrogen helps to regulate multiple body systems, including mood and energy. And when estrogen starts to decline in perimenopause, many women report increased anxiety, irritability, sadness, lack of motivation. You've heard of PMS, right? The hormonal mood swings some women suffer tremendously all through their menstrual cycles. But then when the hormones reach, you know, I won't say recalibrate because they're anything but calibrated, but when they shift around menopause, then there's a whole separate set of symptoms to deal with, including mood changes. And they're often signs that your brain and body are trying to rebalance, and it's not a failure of willpower or character. So, what's an action step for secret number one? We we talk all last call about tracking. So we're going to focus in now on tracking your emotional patterns, but without judgment. Just track one mood swing or energy dip and ask, is this a hormone message that I've been ignoring? Secret number 2, when stress takes the wheel, your hormones hit the brakes. Cortisol is your long-term stress hormone. It's meant to help you survive, not thrive. Adrenaline is your short-term stress responder. It's great for emergencies, but as a lifestyle, it is horrible. It wreaks havoc on the body to always be in gear, to always be on the sympathetic side um, of your autonomic nervous system. So sympathetic is good. You gotta put the pedal to the metal sometimes, but then you have to slow down back to the idle or back to normal speed. So when these two are constantly firing, cortisol and adrenaline, they disrupt your sleep, they spike your blood sugar, they increase insulin resistance. Okay, so where did that belly fat come from? Right there. And they suppress thyroid function. So your metabolism is affected, your energy is affected. What can we do? Oh, more keys. And I mentioned it before, this triggers a hormonal traffic jam. So the more stress, the more cortisol. The more cortisol, the higher your insulin. The higher your insulin, the more sluggish your thyroid. The more sluggish your thyroid, the more fat storage. The more fat storage, the less energy. The less energy, the more stress, and the cycle repeats. So try this adrenal reset habits. It's a 30-second exhale drill. Exhale twice as long as you inhale, 3 to 4 times a day. So we have done different types of breathing. We've done box breathing. We did breathe 4, 6, 8. We've tried different types of breathing. So this is another one. Just inhale, count how far you inhale, and then take twice as long to exhale. What all of these breathing exercises do is they tap into your parasympathetic nervous system and they tell your brain, okay, everything is safe. And we had a huge training with pharmacist Ben Fuchs about your body needing to feel safe. So your parasympathetic nervous system can be in control, and then your sympathetic nervous system steps in just when needed, like to run away from that bear. So here's a bonus tip. Combine the breathing with getting some magnesium, some B complex, some ashwagandha, adaptogens, and the combination gives you even more benefits. Secret number 3, willpower is a myth. Your habits run the show. By the time you're 40 and more, your brain runs mostly on the habits that you have developed throughout life, not willpower. And actually, I have to say, it's not just your brain's habits, it's your microbiome's habits, right? Your microbiome, we can't leave out the role of the gut when we talk about the gut-brain connection, the gut-brain behavior connection. So, but your gut microbiome gets into patterns as well, and you can change them. But back to the keys. Hormonal shifts can amplify negative loops. So, something that you normally wouldn't do or you would normally control the urge to do, late night snacking, all or nothing thinking, skipping your exercise, that when your hormones are in flux, it's easier to make bad decisions or to not control yourself. But you can retrain your brain and your gut, starting with some small pattern interrupts. So the action step, set a default swap. What does that mean? Just have a plan that, okay, I know I'm stuck or I'm bored or, I'm waiting for that next flash of inspiration to come. So normally what we would do is scroll or play a game or do something, to distract. Uh, I guess watch TV. I don't have a TV, so, but a lot of people do or watch YouTube. But instead of scrolling, have a plan. It's like, oh, let me get something nourishing to drink, right? Uh, or have some other just little swaps that you can get. Let me go take a walk. Let me go um, just check the mail, make a phone call a friend. So, but there's some great resources that you can use as well to figure out what kind of swaps you can plan. And there's an awesome book called Atomic Habits. Highly recommend it for everyone. There's another book. This is an old one, but it's called Eat This, Not That. Now, the thing I like about that book, and there are spin-offs as well, is it's mostly in pictures. And so we're not just taking in words as far as information or as far as the swaps, but we're taking in the images, the visuals, and that just cements that information even more that we have options. And then my buddy, Chat GPT, you can ask Chat for, um, in fact, I've done this, gluten-free, uh, low-carb snacks. Maybe I'll add that. I have a bonus for you at the end, but maybe we'll bring back the gluten-free low carb snack bonus as well. If not this week, next week. Yeah, next week we're talking about macronutrients, so that'll be the bonus download for next week. But I have a special one for this week. All right, so bonus secret. Maybe I'm talking about it. Oh no, okay. I brought this back from last week too, because last week was rapid fire. I had 7 secrets last week. So I didn't spend a lot of time on any uh, of the particular secrets, but keeping track of your patterns and your habits, number one, it gives you a lot of information. But number two, it gives you power because oh, you can see a direct correlation oftentimes between what you eat, when you eat, and the symptoms or the different things you feel in your body, or we're talking about mindset today, in your mood, in your effectiveness. Can you get into the zone when you have to do a task? Um, what did you eat a couple hours before you sat down to the computer? You know, so um, what you eat affects your mood, your energy, your emotions 1 to 2 hours later every single time. So we got to figure out what foods trigger us, what foods drain our energy, what foods nourish us and help to give us control of, I have to say, the most important factor is what we're taking in. So here's the action step. And this is something um, you could do on paper. I'm a paper girl, I'm a pen and paper girl. Uh, but track what you eat. Just so this is like a food, this is the turbocharged food diary, right? So a food diary You just write down everything that goes in your mouth, and you can see uh, what you're eating throughout the day, which is a lot of good information. But if you track the time and then you make those extra notes, how did it make you feel? How did it drain your energy? You can even have a column for gut issues. Like, did it make you belch? Did it make you constipated? Did it make you give you diarrhea? Like, all of these are clues, and all of these things you can control. So this is a huge, huge action step to actually do the food mood diary. Woo! Okay, that was three pretty good secrets, plus a bonus. So, hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary, also known as the 100-pound weight loss specialist, because personally lost over 150 pounds now, and I developed the 5 M's of total transformation. Mindset is, so we go through each M every Saturday of the month. So this Saturday is 5 months. This is mindset. That's why I'm wearing this color shirt today. Uh, but months that have 4 Saturdays, we combine different M's. And it's fun to rotate the M's and see, okay, if I combine motion and micronutrients, what do I get? If I combine measurement, well, last time we combined measurement, um, or last month we combined measurement and um, which one? I can't remember. But it's fun. What's the whole point of this? Is empowering you on your journey to optimal wellness. Now, I am a medical doctor. Very fortunate for that. Very thankful for that. Um, but I retired to take care of my parents. But along my journey, I did get a master's degree in public health, uh, and then I taking care of my parents. I realized the value of alternative medicine, holistic health. And so I became a certified holistic health coach, and that is my passion now because I found out that there's power in food, there's power in supplementation, there's power in movement, which I had a lot of power in movement back in 2006. I loved ballroom dancing. I was a heavy girl, but I'm telling you, this ballroom dancing probably saved my life back then. But I gave it up 2 years later to go home and take care of my parents. And after 8 years of taking care of them, I was in a wheelchair and I needed a miracle. Ooh, I really did. So, um, sidestep from the miracle just for a second because this slide is my disclaimer slide. So, in health and wellness, we don't talk about miracles. We don't talk about identifying, diagnosing, curing, healing any diseases. Okay. This is not a medical consultation. I'm just sharing with you some things that changed my life and that I've been able to help other people change their lives, thankfully, as well. And I did need a miracle. And it seemed like a miracle happened because in 2015, I learned something and it changed the entire trajectory of my life. This is my weight uh, over the years. And, um, because I could remember when I got my college physical, I was this, or when I got my internship physical, I weighed that. I remember, you know, but so when I turned 60, it was a while ago now, um, I've just plotted my course over the decades. And with the exception of that one drop in the middle where I did try a weight loss drug, I did have some weight loss, but I'm telling you, the side effects, uh, I couldn't keep it up. So, as soon as I stopped that drug, look at what happened. It's like I never, it's like I never lost those pounds. And here's the thing about yo-yo dieting when you're uh, in your 40s or more, the weight comes off one place, but when it comes back on, it comes back to a whole different place. So we don't want to be in this yo-yo dieting uh, situation. But because of what happened, what I learned, I was able to go from the picture on the left in 2014 to the picture on in the middle from the time I started the nutrition was to the middle picture was about 8 months. So I actually was probably a little heavier than I was in the left picture when I started. And then 8 months later, I'd lost 85 pounds and still on the journey. All right, so today we introduced you to the Blue Phoenix. Hey, girl. I You might know I love using AI to generate art. I guess I'm an artist at heart, but I didn't get the chops. So now with AI, I can pretend. But today we discovered the secrets. Hormone changes, hormonal changes, especially the estrogen declining, impact our mood, our focus, our drive, our metabolism. It impacts everything. Our stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, when they are on overload, and not even so much the overload, but when they persist over time, they can derail your metabolism, suppress your thyroid function. Here's the good news. Habits, not willpower, drive your daily health decisions, but you can retrain your brain. Your thoughts send powerful hormonal signals to your body. So shift your self-talk, shift your hormones. You are not broken, you are rising. Welcome to your Phoenix month. All right, so I'm excited for this month. Look, this is webinar 20. We talked about how hormones hijack your motivation, but all month we're talking about hormones and weight loss. We've got macros in your midsection, micronutrient magic, move your hormones, how the right motion unlocks weight loss, and measure what matters. So we got a exciting lineup, at least for me. And if I'm excited, hopefully I can help you be excited. Oh, but I'm really, 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 really excited about this because in mere minutes, what time is it? 11:31. Good. Okay, so in half an hour, we are starting the Faith, Fitness, and Freedom Wonderfully Whole webinar with Coach Judy Handwerker. I cannot wait for this. So there's still time to register. So scan. Now, of course, if you register now, you're going to get emails saying it's coming, it's coming. I haven't had time. I haven't turned off the email sequence yet, but register so you can get the room codes. It's not going to be in this room. It's not going to be in my personal Zoom room. It's going to be in its own special room. So you have to register to get the email, to save your seat, and Zoom will send you the email with the information. And this was so exciting because when I turned on the computer and my email flashed and I had boop, 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 people are registering. So they waited until the last minute and I'm fine with that. but I'm so excited. Oh, there's another bonus secret. So we're going to talk about rising from within. And it's a little bit why the Blue Phoenix is our mascot for the month. But this will be the nutritional blueprint for hormone mastery. Here's the deal. Your body needs raw materials to rebuild hormones, not just willpower and mindset shifts. So, um, well, I'm just going to read. So without enough micronutrients like zinc, selenium, iodine, B vitamins, your body can't make or regulate estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, insulin, or thyroid hormone properly. Um, we got to stick vitamin D in there too. We got to stick, oh, so many. All right. Processed foods, stress, inflammation, and gut imbalances block absorption, even when you eat healthy. And I'm not going to get into anybody's business right now, but a lot of people are eating, they think they're eating healthy, and some of the decisions they're making, they don't even know that are working against them. I guess that's what we'll talk about next week. All right. So that's why you need complete nutrition from targeted food upgrades and from uh, supplements, from high quality, highly effective supplements. So, how do we get our hormones? Uh, how do we nutrify our hormonal system, our endocrine system? It's the 5 steps. Step one, avoid the bad foods. That is possibly the most important step because with every um, what are those, PUFAs, with every seed oil, with every forkful of gluten, with every um, GMO food, with every oxidized oil, um, we're introducing inflammation into the body as if it doesn't have enough. So we need to avoid the bad foods. We need to get the 90 essential nutrients so our bodies can work optimally. We need to help our body um, with dealing with oxidative stress, and we boost the antioxidants, the adaptogens, anti-inflammatories. Uh, we have to take care of our digestive system, the lining where the absorption happens, the microbiome, making all these triggers, all these neurotransmitters that we think our brain is in charge of what we're eating and what we're craving. A lot of times, it's those gut microbiome, uh, gut. Uh, it is the gut microbiome, so the gut bacteria. That's what it's called. All right, but then step five. Oh, I love step five. Wellness Wonderland. That's when you can just look out over the survey the whole horizon of health and wellness products and uh, strategies, and you can just try them, use them, enjoy them, but they have to be on the foundation of the first 4 steps. And you've heard me speak of 9 essential nutrients. Here they are. What does this mean? Do you have to memorize the list? I sure don't. Do you have to have 90 bottles on your table to get them all? No, you don't. This is the way that I get my 90 essential nutrients. So I got a bunch of them right here. Um, but this is how I get the right nutrients in the right dosage at the right time of day to optimize the morning and recharge the evening. What does that mean? Well, there's some uh, supplements that you could take that give you energy, right? They might not be the best to take right before bed. There's some supplements that calm you down, just get your body ready to get into that restorative work. Um, so the ideal time to take that is probably later in the day. So I I'm so excited that this is actually a new product, but it was uh, because we used to take them all together. We took them all at one time, but having them split out to follow our body's natural rhythms, I think has made a huge difference. Now we are talking about uh, Wellness Wonderline for the um, woman over 40. And there are many, many products that help to balance the hormone, give you support in that area. But guess what? Again, this is not where we start. We start with the 4 foundational steps. All right, so maybe you want to know where to start. And I would be honored if you would start with me. Um, so we start any journey by figuring out where are we at this moment, and then where do we want to go. So to figure out where you are at this moment, get your health score, your personalized health score. It's free. Just go to the Health Hub. There are 3 steps there, and um, that can start you on your journey to optimal health. But wait, there's more. So get your score at the Health Hub. Download your free bonus gifts. So scan this code right here, and you will get my ebook, Unlocking Relaxation, 10 Natural Ways to Activate Your Parasympathetic Nervous System. And there's an extra bonus because you're going to get more than 10, because I also included some tips from Coach Sarita, who wrote the book, Why Be Sick? And I said it like she says, Why be sick? So anyway, don't forget to complete your food, mood, energy diary and join us next week for macros and your midsection. So this was webinar number 20. We're going to have a watch party tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube and search Dr. Lisa Singletary, and you'll see the premiere happening there. And I would love to see you. I'll be live in the comments. It'll just be a replay of this very video that I'm making right now. As long as I hit record, I hope I hit record. And but I will be in the comments live. So someone told me, I was wondering how you could talk and type at the same time. Well, it seems like magic, but no, it's just the first showing of the recording. And then after that, after 9 p.m., the same link will show that video on demand on YouTube. So we're shining the light on the secrets. I'm so glad you're with me today. I'm Dr. Lisa Singletary, and those of you who are here live, don't go away. We're going to take the class photo. But I am so thankful that you're with me, riding with me on this journey to optimal wellness. I love you all. Mwah.